microphone for the softening. This is how I live till they end up in my coffin.
Hey guys, welcome back to Red Top Report. I'm your host, Joe Enders, and Ronan has more videos for me to react to, more social media for me to react to, and we're going to go and check it out. Ronan, what do you got for me today?
Yeah, man, let's get right into it.
Let's get right into it.
One thing I should say, and I know this is called the World Government Summit, but I think we should be maybe a little bit concerned about actually becoming too much of a single world government. If I may say, that we want to avoid creating a civilizational risk by having, frankly, this may sound a little odd, too much cooperation between governments. If you look at, say, at history and the rise and fall of civilizations, really all throughout history, civilizations have risen and fallen, but it hasn't meant the doom of humanity as a whole, because there've been all these separate civilizations that were separated by great distances. And so, say, like, while Rome was falling, Islam was rising, and so you had like
That's not right.
The sort of caliphate doing incredibly well while Rome was doing terribly. And that actually ended up being a source of preservation of knowledge and many scientific advancements. And so, so I think we want to be a little bit cautious about being too much of a single civilization, because if we are too much of a single civilization, then
that is right.
The whole thing may collapse. I'm obviously not suggesting war or anything like that, but I think we want to be a little bit wary of actually cooperating too much. It sounds a little odd, but we want to have some amount of civilizational diversity, such that if something does go wrong with some part of civilization, that the whole thing doesn't collapse, and humanity keeps moving forward.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's really like insightful of him. Just to correct the record a little bit, he says that while Rome was falling, Islam was rising. I don't know if I would necessarily say that. I mean, Islam was more like in the 700s AD, and Rome was falling in the 450s through 490s AD. Now, if he's talking about like the Eastern Roman Empire, which obviously, the Byzantine Empire, that existed for a long time, probably up until roughly the 1400s, 1500s, before Constantinople was taken by Sultan Mehmed II, who was a great warrior and general. Unfortunately, he was a Muslim. But what he's talking about here is a really good refutation of globalism, because it's this idea that as a civilization, if there's only one, if there's not a pluralism, or if there isn't a mechanism to preserve history, if that one giant civilization collapses, well, where are you going to go? There is no other civilization. There's just this giant one world government, and then the entire world is plunged into a realm of chaos. But one of the things that he didn't touch on, which I'm not surprised, because he's not a religious guy, he's more of a transhumanist, and once again, that's bad. I don't recommend that anybody follow Elon Musk's morality necessarily on faith, because he is not a man of faith. But it doesn't mean that he doesn't. He seems to have been getting red pilled lately, like on quite a few things. Like, I mean, can you agree? Like, he's been way more based lately.
Yeah, no, as of late, yeah, totally.
Yeah, he's been really he's been learning a lot of stuff, and I can tell that he's been kind of more on like right wing YouTube and learning stuff. So Musk didn't add this, but what actually preserved Western civilization, Western history, and all these things were the Benedictine monks. Those monks sat in their convents and recorded all of that history. They wrote it down, handwritten, by the way. They handwrote it down, translated all of the stuff from Latin and Greek and all these other languages that history was recorded in, and preserved things like Aristotle. They preserved things like Plato, so that we had access to them today. So, I mean, it was actually religion that was what preserved society in the fall of Rome. Now, yes, Islamic culture was coming. They had their own advantages and stuff. And it is good to have two civilizations. But the most important thing is to have a religion that's devoted to truth, because a religion that's devoted to truth will preserve it. What do we got next?
If hyperrealism is what you're going for, get a silicone packer. But if you'd rather prioritize functionality, sustainability, and supporting trans artisans, get one of these. They're super lightweight, sweat and odor repellent,
what the heck is that?
machine washable, zero waste, and can be safety pinned to underwear so they don't move around. And there's a sliding scale price range. DM me on Insta to
please
order.
don't tell me that is what I. Please tell me that's not what I think it is.
That's what you think it is.
Ah. First off, the guy's like, you know, he's got like the gay voice. You know what I mean?
Super lispy.
Like that sort of thing. And like that was like the most pronounced one I think I've ever heard.
Hi, sisters.
But second of all, like, is that what's going on right now? Is that like a fashion trend of some kind where like dudes are like stuffing their like underwear?
It's not for dudes. It's for women thinking they're dudes.
Oh, wait, what? Really?
Yeah. He's.
I thought I thought it was like a gay thing where like they.
No, it's like a trans thing. So it's like women who think they're dudes are trying to have a little bit of a bulge going on. Let's just put it like that.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's sweat resistant, by the way.
Moisture wicking technology.
Keeps my body dry. It wicks the moisture.
No.
Okay. That got nothing else.
Let's go to the next one.
Sponsored by Nike.
Just do it!
What do I say to that?
I just never get enough of that. That was the same anthem we saw in the other video we did, with where you had like the 8,000 Catholic men singing that. Apparently that's Poland's old anthem, and it's filled with Catholic messaging and stuff like that. I can't say this enough. Poland, you're based, all right? You're based, you're red pilled. We love this sort of stuff. Big shout out to Poland. Big shout out to Poland's Catholic men above all else. I mean, the country is like 92% Catholic. It's got a major handle on abortion. They need to do more to ban abortion, though. It's not completely banned there. You're a Catholic country. You guys can make it happen. I believe in the country. I really do. I think it has a bright future. It's the home of Pope St. John Paul II. I mean, there's a lot to love about Poland, but this type of faith, that's Catholic masculinity. And for them to be spreading this sort of expression of power that the church actually has by coming together and singing these things. So what they call the Warriors of Mary? Is that what it said on there?
Yeah, let's check.
Yeah, I think it was. I wish I knew more Polish so I could understand it. Yeah, Warriors of Mary. That's it. They seem to be having this warrior culture that Catholics need. You know, that especially, you know, men need, like these young Catholic men need, because in the States, it's like, you know, you go to mass, it's all old ladies, because our Catholicism is marketed in a way that appeals to old ladies, not in a way that appeals to young men. That appeals to young men. More of that, please. All right, guys, we're going to come back to the show in just 1 second, but first we got a word from our sponsors. I want to tell you about all the other great content we have on our website, churchmilitant.com. There is something for everyone, even kids. Many of you will write in to tell us you use our content for homeschooling, RCIA classes, and for our own personal development. It really brings me a lot of joy that we do this, by the way. I mean, like, this is the Lord's work. We are called to do this. Some of our content is available for free, but others require a premium subscription for only $10 a month. I mean, what is that, like McDonald's? It's not much. So I encourage you to sign up for a premium membership and get access to thousands of hours of faith-based content. So visit churchmilitant.com/go premium to get started. Trust me, guys, you won't regret it.
Last one. This is your bonus, Joe.
Is it Ben Shapiro in a cowboy hat and Dan Crenshaw in a cowboy hat again?
It's not. But this is a little humorous. Well, serious, but a little humorous.
Let's see.
Milford High School students staging a walkout Friday in response to the school board's bathroom restrictions that limit the number of students who can use the facilities to the number of stalls available.
Nobody asked for this. Nobody but the few parents who complained to the school board asked for this.
The board voted on the measure on Monday after a proposal was brought forth that would change the district's bathroom policy, which allows students to use whichever bathroom aligns with their gender identity. The proposal would require students to use the bathroom associated with their biological sex, male or female. While students agreed they do not like the current bathroom restrictions.
We're all a high school, and the fact that you see this many people out here right now ready to kind of stand against the school board just kind of signifies that.
Some have different opinions about what should be done to address the larger issue.
As a female, I don't think that it's safe to have males in our bathroom.
This is creating just a complex system of inequality within our LGBTQ plus students.
Teachers, parents, and administrators tell News 9 they're happy students were able to come together peacefully.
What on earth is going on? I'm
proud of our students. I really am.
This is what gets the attention needed to make a decision that's best for everybody.
Okay, who is that like loser dad in the middle of there? It's like,
Oh, I'm glad they're having a conversation about this.
I was like, dude, why aren't you at the PTA meeting asking the question on why your school is making standing up while you pee an act of protest? That's all I'm wondering right now, guys. So is it hashtag stand up when you pee? Is that what it is?
I'm just surprised those students didn't have some, don't tread on me flags with urinals on it.
Yeah,
that was a perfect opportunity for that. You guys are like missing out on that opportunity. I'll make one and throw it up on screen for you.
Please do. I want to see
you guys.
that.
Maybe if anyone from that school sees this, you can kind of use this. But.
It's just so bizarre. It's just so bizarre. Like, oh no, because of they said it's because of gender identity that we want to get rid of all urinals. That doesn't even make sense. Even if they believed in this, like, gender spectrum of 250,000 different genders, would it not make sense? Would it not make sense that some of the people that self-identify as a certain gender stand up when they pee, given how genitalia works? I don't even know. I don't even know. That's ridiculous. And it's loser parents like the dad that are like, I'm just glad they're having a conversation and a debate. I was like, oh, really? Well, why don't you teach your kids right and wrong? And most importantly, teach them that there's only two biological sexes and there's only two genders. Like they try to separate the two. No, same thing. Same thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it on that. That's just completely ridiculous. All right, guys. Well, that's this Red Top Report. Sorry, it's kind of ended on a funny note there. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. Be sure to subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. That's the one we really want you to get over there. So you need to do that. Most importantly, give us your money.
We want a gift, but only if it's money.
And with that said, guys, we're going to be wrapping up the show right now. God bless you guys, and we'll see you next time.